Hey guys, Bree here, and I'm here with an encouraging word. It's been a few days since I posted. I've been doing a huge life transition with just me and my girls coming back to Vegas, and it's been really, really tough. But that's why I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about faith. So, this move to Vegas is a faith move. The direction from the Lord that He gave me is by faith. It's not by having certain things or knowing exactly where to go or exactly what to do. He just says, daughter, go here. And He did this several years ago when it came to California. He's just like, daughter, go there. I didn't have, tons of money to go. I didn't even have a place. I didn't have a job or anything. He's just like, daughter, go there. And when we look at it from that aspect, we think of like Abraham and many people in the Bible where the Lord is like, leave everything you have and just follow me. That takes a lot of faith. And faith is not for the faint of heart, because you have to know that whatever it is that the Lord is telling you to do, He's got it figured out. It's almost like a child leaning on their parent. They never ask, Mom, why are we going? Well, they might. My kids do sometimes, but they never ask, like, why are we going to this store? Okay, now why are we buying that? Okay, so once we buy that, what are we going to do with it, right? As a child following Christ, He says, go here, and I will provide for you there. I will show you something there. We have to have the faith to pick up everything that we know and to go there. And that's just the journey that I've been on. So even coming back here, figuring out life with, me and the girls, and getting back into the working field after like several years of not being in the working field, just doing my own businesses and things. It's extremely daunting. But I know the plan that He has for me here. And so for me, lack of faith isn't an option. Even if I cry about it, even if I'm frustrated about it, I know that I have to do that, because the end is going to be better than the beginning. And so when we talk about God's call on our life, a lot of us run from the call because we're afraid. We're afraid of what our friends are going to say. We're afraid of how much are you going to, how many more pounds of flesh are you going to take, or do you need from me, God? Right? We don't know what that entails, because the Lord, when He calls you, He'll say, daughter, son, will you come? Will you do this thing? He's not going to say what it's going to look like, right? He'll say, beloved, will you come, and will you say yes to me? You'll give Him your yes, and then He'll tell you, okay, I need you to go into the ocean, and I need you to swim for 300 miles. Then I need you to duck down under that tunnel and dig 50 feet under, and you need to go in that water over there and hold your breath for 10 minutes, right? And that's what it feels like sometimes. That suffering, that pruning process that we go through to refine us of the things that are not going to serve us in our next season, right? But once we give that yes, we need to continue to walk the walk and keep that yes, because we know that greater is our reward. And so if you find yourself being a Jonah, because I've been a Jonah a couple of times, and I don't even know, the Lord had to correct me just even yesterday and today, because I was just feeling the oppression of the enemy just in regards to what this new beginning looks like for me with 2 young children, right? And it's incredibly daunting. But the Lord had to kind of check me and be like, Bria, like, I am that I am. I got you. You need to trust me. And He's been showing me that all day. Just trust me. Like, do not lose your faith. Because I was like, Lord, like, I have a mustard seed. A mustard seed. And it's almost down to like a half a mustard seed. But He's like, trust me. Trust me. I got you. And so if you find yourself running, not from the promises, right? Because everybody wants the promises, but from the process, just know that you're not alone. God is always with you. I can tell you, no matter what I've gone through, He's been with me every step of the way. And when I feel like God, and I told you guys this before, when I feel like I can't, like when I tell God, like, I can't do it, I can't, He gives me more strength to do that thing that I thought I couldn't do. So if you find yourself in that place where you're saying, Lord, I can't, I don't know what this is going to look like, I don't want to, even ministering, the call of ministry on my life, growing up, all I knew from like a religious standpoint is my family believed that women should be silent, right? And so even me coming out and speaking of Christ and teaching on Christ, is against what a lot of people believe should be done. But he's not here to cater to what people believe should be done. He's here to build his church in us. And so let us be bold. Let us be brave and know that he who is fighting for us has already won. And he's so much more powerful than any spirit of depression, any spirit of anxiety, any spirit of insecurity that will ever come through us. And whatever is coming against you right now, because the enemy is working overtime through the people around you to make you feel inadequate. Those people are making you feel depressed, to feel anxiety as if you're not worthy. That is nothing but the enemy, and I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. So I call upon you today to have courage. As I'm walking this thing out and I get on here to encourage you because I'm in it too, we got this. We got this. So be encouraged, my sister, my brother. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Just Christ and whoever he has for you to walk with in this season. So I love you, and I will see you on the next one.